He just waits until the last minute right before he leaves to reveal the most critical information. Hey everyone, Henriello here, welcome back. Today we are going to watch Hitchcock's Rear Window. And I can see that James Stewart and Grace Kelly is in it. So I just watched James Stewart play Rupert Cadell in Rope. And as for Grace Kelly, I think she was in High Noon, which is a movie reaction I did quite a while back. Rear Window is considered one of Hitchcock's best films, so I'm really excited for it. Just to update you guys, I know that Rear Window was supposed to be published together with Rope last week, but my schedule has been delayed ever since I think that week that I got really busy, or it could be the time when I watched two really long movies, like 2-3 hour movies back to back, and the editing took forever. So at this point, for next two movie reactions, I will try my best to finish it up as fast as I can and get things back on track, back on schedule. So hopefully after that, I will have maybe an extra day to start with TV series or TV episodes or stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes because I need to adjust my schedule a little bit. Yeah, but for now, let's enjoy Rear Window. So the window blinds open one by one. That's how they're gonna introduce to us this window. I mean, I assume this is the rear window that the movie is referring to. Thought I saw an electric spark in that room just now.
When you wake up in the morning, do you feel tired and run down? Do you have that listless feeling?
Thankfully, no. Why is this guy sleeping on a balcony? Out in the sun? What's the story behind that? Here lie the broken bones of L.B. Jeffries. He got into an accident while racing?
How did you ever get to be such a big editor with such a small memory?
By thrift, industry, and hard work. And catching the publisher with the secretary. Well, that 1 week is going to cost me my best photographer. And you a big assignment.
Oh, he's a photographer.
I didn't ask you to stand in the middle of that automobile racetrack.
You asked for something dramatically different. You got it.
So did you.
Yeah, you got a cast.
It's about time you got married.
Rushing home to a hot apartment to listen to the automatic laundry and nagging wife.
He only has a week left before he can get the cast off. Yeah, I can imagine it must be real itchy. Can't even scratch it properly. Worst thing about having a cast. Or so I've heard. Never actually had one, thank goodness for that.
Say, I didn't dig so deep about you.
Oh, why don't you shut up?
Well, she's just trying to help.
New York state sentence for a peeping Tom is 6 months in the workhouse.
Oh, hello, Scott.
We become a race of peeping Toms. What people ought to do is get outside their own house and look in for a change. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I should have been a gypsy fortune teller instead of an insurance company nurse. I got a nose for trouble. You heard of that market crash in '29? I predicted that.
29? So long ago.
Get to looking out the window, see things you shouldn't see. Trouble.
Right now, I'd welcome trouble, you know.
I didn't know there were such things as insurance company nurses.
Lisa Fremont. She expects me to marry her.
It's normal.
I don't want to.
It's abnormal.
I'm not ready for marriage.
Lisa Fremont is the right girl for any man with half a brain who can get one eye open.
She's too talented, she's too beautiful, she's too sophisticated, she's too everything but what I want.
What do you want?
People with sense belong wherever they're put.
Can you imagine her tramping around the world with a camera bum who never has more than a week's salary in the bank if she was only ordinary?
Ah, I see what he means.
I need a woman who's willing to go anywhere and do anything and love it.
But if she loves you and you love her, I mean, you guys can... Like, what do you say? What's the word? I don't know.
Once it was see somebody, get excited, get married. Now it's read a lot of books, fence with a lot of four-syllable words, psychoanalyze each other.
She should be a lawyer or something.
Would you fix me a sandwich, please?
And I'll spread a little common sense on the bread.
Yeah, you do that. Can I have some of that sandwich too? Ah, new couple moving in. When you're thinking about marriage, you see marriage everywhere. This is probably a newly married couple. When it's on your mind, you see it everywhere.
Window shopper.
But what else do you expect him to do? He's in a cast. Can't even go anywhere. I mean, of course, he could read some books, but if those guys value their privacy, I mean, his neighbors would have just closed the curtains, right?
How's your leg?
Hurts a little.
And your stomach?
Empty as a football.
Right off the Paris plane. You think it'll sell?
Beautiful.
A steal at $1,100.
1,100 in that year? That's really expensive.
The cigarette box has seen better days. I'm sending up a plain flat silver one with just your initials engraved.
That's no way to spend your hard-earned money.
Well, I wanted to. What would you think of starting off with dinner at 21?
Will you have perhaps an ambulance downstairs?
Good evening, Mr. Jeffries.
Just put everything in the oven.
Lisa's putting in so much effort for him.
Oh, I was all morning in a sales meeting. Then I had to have a cocktail with Leland and Slim Haywood. We're trying to get his new show.
She's a hard worker.
The most divine Italian handprint.
Oh, Italian.
Mousseline de soie.
Someday you may want to open up a studio of your own here.
You mean leave the magazine?
Yes.
For what?
For yourself and me. I could get you a dozen assignments tomorrow.
Can you see me driving down to the fashion salon in a Jeep and a 3-day beard?
I could see you looking very handsome and successful in a dark blue flannel suit.
He doesn't like to be too formal, huh? I kinda get it. But you can tell Lisa really loves him and puts in a lot of effort for him. Like she would really give him the opportunity to get better like projects, start his own business. I'm curious, how does that big window even close? Because the windows don't look big enough. How do they close the whole middle part? Maybe she has a lover who couldn't be with her, so she has to roleplay. Oh, maybe her husband passed away or something.
Miss Lonely Heart.
Miss Lonely Heart? That's her name? Oh my god.
You remember, of course, Miss Torso, the ballet dancer?
Miss Torso.
I'd say she's doing a woman's hardest job, juggling wolves.
Alright, come on, Jeff. Focus on Lisa.
She's not in love with him. Or any of them.
You can tell.
You said it resembled my apartment, didn't you?
He's implying something. Some dramas going on there.
Where's that wonderful music coming from?
Songwriter over there in the studio apartment.
Ah, songwriter.
He lives alone. Probably had a very unhappy marriage. Lisa, it's perfect.
Looks like lobster with cheese. I'm gonna salivate.
There can't be that much difference between people and the way they live. I can't fit in here. You can't fit in there. According to you, people should be born, live, and die on the same spot.
Shut up! Did you ever eat fish heads and rice?
Of course not.
You might have to if you went with me. Did you ever get shot at? Did you ever get run over? In this job, you carry one suitcase. The food that you eat is made from things that you couldn't even look at when they're alive.
You don't have to be deliberately repulsive.
Deliberately repulsive. I'm just trying to make it sound good.
I mean, she doesn't have to travel with you when you're working.
I know it. A lesser man would have told me it was one long holiday, and
Well, I mean, at least he's being open with you. I guess that's right.
you don't think either one of us could ever change?
Right now, it doesn't seem so.
I don't care what you do for a living.
I mean, a long-distance relationship is not easy.
Couldn't we just keep things status quo?
For how long?
Without any future.
Exactly. You can't expect someone to wait for you forever. You've got to find a way to... I can't find a word. Collaborate? To complement? To... like, make concessions? Can't seem to find a right word for it. Oh, poor Jeff. He had to sleep in his wheelchair. Can he lie down on a bed at least, or does the cast not allow that? Seriously, what's their story? Why are they sleeping on a balcony? I'm guessing it's 2 a.m. and not p.m. Something suspicious is going on, isn't it? If I venture... Oh, he got up real fast. I mean, if I venture a guess, maybe he's transferring, assuming it's murder, maybe he's transferring the body parts bit by bit in his briefcase. I was probably wrong, because his wife is with him. Oh, that's a puppy.
The insurance company would be much happier if you'd sleep in bed at night instead of in that wheelchair.
Yeah.
Poor Miss Lonely Heart, she drank herself to sleep again, alone.
One day she'll find her happiness.
Some man will lose his.
Oh, that's so pessimistic.
I just can't figure it. He went out several times last night in the rain, carrying his sample case.
He's a salesman, isn't he?
What would he be selling at 3 o'clock in the morning? The shades are all drawn in the apartment.
Well, they're up now.
He turned so fast he could have cricked his neck.
The salesman's looking out of his window, you see?
I'm not shy. I've been looked at before.
It's no ordinary look. It's the kind of a look a man gives when he's afraid somebody might be watching him.
A photographer would know. Ah, I think the man buried something there.
See you tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
And don't sleep in that chair again. Great conversationalist.
Excellent. Jewelries? I know camera lenses are not cheap. That must have cost a fortune. Well, isn't he just invading someone's privacy now? Even the reflection in the camera lens is accurate, so the set is most likely really opposite of where he is. Okay, suspicious points. He wrapped a saw. He chose to sleep in the living room and not in the bedroom. Oh, it's such a smart dog.
Why would a man leave his apartment 3 times on a rainy night with a suitcase? And why didn't he go to work today? Why hasn't he been in his wife's bedroom all day?
Clearly his mind is elsewhere. When the salesman went out with his wife, he was still asleep, so he didn't see that.
Just how would you start to cut up a human body? Shh, he's coming back.
Coming back with rope.
What makes you think there's something the matter with
A
her?
lot of things. She's an invalid. She demands constant care.
Oh, she's an invalid.
Lots of people have knives and saws and ropes around their houses.
Not-
And
not
lots
the-
of men don't speak to their wives all day. Do you think a murderer would let you see all that?
Just where he's being clever, he's being
Oh, and
nonchalant
that's where
about
you're
it.
not being
He's just
clever.
being
What now?
Tell me everything you saw.
What? Now she believes him? And what he didn't see though is the salesman and his wife leaving the apartment, so he wasn't watching 24/7.
Rear mailbox reads Mr. and Mrs. Lars Dorwald.
It's just something I can't tell you over the telephone. You have to be here and see the whole setup.
I'll drop by.
Okay, Dawson. Bless your heart, Stella. I'll tell you what a welcome sight this is.
Just where do you suppose he cut her up? Of course, the bathtub.
Well, he lost his appetite.
You better get that trunk out of there before it starts to leak.
Yeah, come now. If it was murder, he wouldn't ask someone else to help him carry it away.
I'm just gonna get the name off that freight truck.
I'll keep an eye on the alley. Long distance.
Well, seems like she missed it.
How do you know there was a murder?
Because everything this fella's done has been suspicious.
Murder's the least possible.
Now, Doyle, don't tell me he's an unemployed magician amusing the neighborhood with his sleight of hand.
Why, morons have committed murder so shrewdly it's taken 100 trained police minds to catch them. He's still sitting around the apartment. That man's not panicked.
It's just a misunderstanding, probably.
Wife took a trip.
His wife was sick in bed.
Yeah, so he told me. Let me poke into it a little on my own. Had any headaches lately?
Not until you showed up.
Your mind can spin a lot of stories when it's bored. Don't kick the dog.
Get along.
Aw.
6 months lease. Used up a little more than 5.5 months of it. She never left the apartment.
Where is
Until
she?
yesterday
Icebox?
morning.
What time?
6 a.m.
He's a good detective. He found all that out.
How's your wife?
Oh, she's fine. Thorwald told him that he'd put his wife on a train to the country.
Did anybody actually see the wife get on the train?
Did anyone, including you, actually see her murdered?
Are you interested in solving this case or in making me look foolish?
Well, if possible, both.
Search Thorwald's apartment.
I can't do that even if he isn't there.
But if you find something, you've got a murderer, and they don't care anything about a couple of house rules.
The evidence won't work if he breaks in and gathers that evidence.
What do you need before you can search? Bloody footsteps leading up to the door?
One thing I don't need is heckling.
Find the trunk. Mrs. Thorwald's in it.
Oh, I almost forgot. There was a postcard about 3:30 yesterday afternoon from Marrittsville. Arrived okay. Already feeling better. Love, Anna. Mrs. Thorwald.
He could have mentioned that first. He just wants to make him look foolish. Looks like she's got a date. Good for her. Good luck, Miss Lonely Hearts.
Long distance again.
He's saying, wife, you forgot your purse with your stuff in it. Oh, I kinda wish I could lip read now. Seems like the songwriter is doing well though.
He had his wife's jewelry in the handbag. Seemed worried about it. Asked somebody's advice over the telephone.
A woman has a favorite handbag. Then all of a sudden she goes away on a trip and leaves it behind. Why? And that jewelry. Women don't keep their jewelry in a purse getting all twisted and scratched and tangled up.
Oh, is that so?
Well, what about the witnesses?
We'll agree they saw a woman, but she was not Mrs. Thorwald. I'm going to stay with you.
It's very nice, but I just have one bed.
It's not like you ever use that bed. You sleep in a wheelchair.
You said I'll have to live out of one suitcase. Compact, but ample enough.
Oh wow. He could fit that many things.
Wish I could be creative.
Oh, sweetie, you are. You have a great talent for creating difficult situations.
I do.
Sure.
I mean, everyone's creative in their own way. Seems like that Harry is gonna get tired of his wife very soon. Wouldn't it be ironic if Harry kills his wife instead?
It was not Mrs. Thorwald that left with him yesterday morning.
Women don't leave their jewelry behind when they go on a trip.
It's not enough for a search warrant though.
It's a secret private world you're looking into out there. People do a lot of things in private they couldn't possibly explain in public.
Like disposing of their wives.
I checked the railroad station. He bought a ticket. 10 minutes later, he put his wife on a train.
But it couldn't have been Mrs. Thorwald.
I take it you didn't find the trunk.
I found the trunk a half hour after I left here.
What did you find inside the trunk? A surly note to me?
Mrs. Thorwald's clothes.
When a woman is taking a simple, short trip, does she take everything she owns?
Let the female psychology department handle that one, huh?
What, they got a divorce?
And if she wasn't coming back, why didn't he tell his landlord? Because he was hiding something.
He didn't need to tell his landlord about that.
Do you tell your landlord everything?
You mean you're through with the case?
There's no case to be through with.
Yeah, I don't think it was murder either. It's probably just a misunderstanding.
Oh, Jeff, if you need any more help, consult the yellow pages in your telephone directory.
Who was that trunk addressed to?
Mrs. Anna Thorwald.
Let's wait and find out who picks it up.
The police at Marrittsville. They reported the trunk was just picked up by Mrs. Anna Thorwald.
He just waits until the last minute right before he leaves to reveal the most critical information. Ah, Miss Lonely Heart scored! Oh no, that's not what she wants. He just wants a one-night stand, probably. Miss Lonely Heart didn't want that. Poor woman.
But he might have gotten a hold of something when he said that was pretty private stuff going on out there.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm not much on rear window ethics.
Rear window ethics.
You like it?
Yes, I like it.
Oh, did the dog fall? Oh no, poor doggy.
Been strangled. The neck is broken.
Strangled? What? Oh, it didn't fall from the basket.
Neighbors like each other, speak to each other, care if anybody lives or dies, but none of
Who could have done that to the dog?
The only thing in this whole neighborhood who liked anybody.
Wait, it couldn't be because the dog, like, dug up something from the garden, right? And the salesman killed him?
In the whole courtyard, only one person didn't come to the window.
Oh, I thought he already left the apartment. He's still there.
Why would Thorwald want to kill a little dog? Because it knew too much?
Probably because the dog dug up something.
Must have splattered a lot.
Yeah. Stella has no filter.
I think I know why Thorwald killed that dog. Now look again. I'll take it down. You see?
No? Did the flowers change?
There's something buried there.
Mrs. Thorwald.
You haven't spent much time around cemeteries, have you? She's scattered all over town. Leg in the East River.
Stella, please.
What we've got to do is find a way to get into that apartment.
But then who's the Anna Thorwald in Marrittsville? Okay. Because if Lars did do something, then he would react. But if he didn't do anything and he's innocent, then he wouldn't even know what the message is about. There's a saying in the Malay language, "Seperti makan chili dialah yang terasa pedas." It means only the criminal feels guilty, or something like that.
You did it, Thorwald. You did it.
Mind if I use that portable keyhole?
Portable keyhole.
I wonder.
No, wait.
Wonder what?
Is Miss Lonelyheart doing something? Which I think she's doing?
What was his reaction when he looked at the note?
Well, it wasn't the kind of an expression that would get him a quick loan at the bank.
Suppose Mrs. Thorwald's wedding ring is among the jewelry he has in that handbag.
Let's go down and find out what's buried in the garden.
Why not? I've always wanted to meet Mrs. Thorwald.
Oh, Lisa. Can somebody go save Miss Lonelyheart first? Because I think she's thinking of ending it.
Maybe I can get him out of that apartment.
We only need a few minutes.
Well, Doyle was right when he told Jeff to check the yellow pages the next time he needs help.
Shall we vote him in, Stella?
Unanimously.
Hello, there's one person you could save right now, Miss Lonelyhearts, but you are forgetting about her.
You wonder if it's your girlfriend, Colin, the one you killed for. Did you get my note?
Who are you?
Meet me in the bar at the Albert Hotel.
I have only $100 or so.
That's a start. Hello, this is L.B. Jeffries speaking. I'm a friend of Mr. Doyle. If he calls in, would you have him get in touch with L.B. Jeffries right away? Good night. Stella was wrong about Miss Lonelyhearts.
Miss Lonelyheart is writing her last will. If there's nothing, maybe he already moved it away. Oh, that's risky, that's risky. That goes to show you that Lisa can take some risks after all. Oh, there's nothing left in there.
Mr. Jeffries, the music stopped her.
Oh, Lisa, get out! What are you guys?
What? Lisa!
Climb out the window, out the window, out the window.
A man is assaulting a woman at 125 West 9th Street, second floor.
The police won't get there on time.
Oh, no. What? Stella, what do we do?
Like, shh. Call the neighborhood, do something. Well, the police was fast.
Why don't you turn him in?
She's a smart girl.
Smart girl, she'll get herself arrested.
It'll get her out of there, won't it?
Yeah, it's true. It'll get her out of there.
Look, the wedding ring.
But now they know. But now he knows. Come on.
Turn out the light, he's seen us.
Now he knows them.
I'm gonna bail Lisa out of jail. First offense burglary, that's about 250.
Lisa's handbag.
How much you have?
50 cents.
50 cents.
When those cops see Lisa, they'll even contribute.
Oh no. Lars is coming over here.
Lisa's in jail. She got arrested.
Your Lisa?
My Lisa. She went in to get evidence and she came out with evidence. All the telephone calls he made were long distance. Now, if he called his wife long distance on the day she left, why did she write a card to him saying that she'd arrived in Marrittsville?
That ring checks out. We'll give him an escort. So long, Jeff.
So long.
An escort? He's probably coming for Jeff right now.
Hello.
How did he get his number? Oh, from the yellow pages, of course. Jeff can't even run away because he has his cast on. Jeff, can you like throw yourself out the window or something? Or go and barricade the door?
What do you want from me? I don't have any money.
Stalling for time. You think you'd close your eyes by now.
Laser! Doyle!
Oh shit. Oh, he's gonna throw him out the window? Oh, he's not on the ground floor. I always assumed that he was on the ground floor. Oh crap, he's higher than I thought he is. Oh, thankfully they acted fast. Oh, I think he landed right on his cast. The cast saved him. Thank goodness for that.
Jesus, sweetie, if anything had happened to you.
Shut up, I'm
You got enough for a search warrant now?
You don't need one. There's attempted murder right there.
Thorwald's ready to take us on a tour of the East River.
Want to look?
No, thanks. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, he confessed pretty fast.
I can't tell you what
Oh,
this music has meant to me.
Miss Lonely Heart befriended the songwriter. Alright, good for them. Man, that was a pretty tense moment. Whew. Oh, she got a new puppy.
My, the army stuff with you.
Ah, her boyfriend was in the army. Yeah, I think everyone's going to have a happy ending.
If you told me you quit your job, we wouldn't have gotten married.
Oh, honey, come on.
Oh, except him, maybe. Oh, now he needs two casts. Oh, I think it's a happy ending for them too. Maybe they got married. And that's why Lisa's staying with him now. Oh, that's the end, everybody. This was a great movie. There was mystery, there was a thrill, and almost everyone got a happy ending. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this because I was just brought along for the ride and getting to know all these different characters. Miss Torso, Miss Lonely Heart, Harry, Lars Thorwald, the couple with the puppy, the songwriter. Like, we get to know so many people in this movie, and we get to know the journey they went through and the happy ending they got. Of course, let's not forget our main characters, Jeff and Lisa, and Stella, of course. I really enjoyed this movie. If Psycho is my number one, then Rear Window is a very, very close number two. And at first, the movie made me believe that Lars Thorwald didn't kill his wife because all the evidence points to his innocence. But as the clues start to reveal itself, as the thread of mystery unravels, you find out that, oh wow, so Lars Thorwald did actually kill his wife. And the person who I thought was Anna Thorswald, wearing the black dress and the black hat that left with Lars Thorwald, that was actually his mistress. And his mistress also went to Marriottsville to post a postcard as an alibi or something of an alibi, or to prove that, the wife is still alive. And that mistress also disguised herself as Anna Thorswald to go and collect the, what's that called? The box. Which means that Lars Thorwald is someone who planned the murder. It isn't an act of passion or just something he did on a whim. He planned it all with his mistress. And that's why he wasn't panicked when he went through all those processes like cutting her apart and scattering her remains to the East River Bridge or wherever. So he and his mistress should both be arrested because they planned deliberate murder. I'd like to think that Jeff and Lisa got married and lived happily ever after because, if you both really love each other, even though you're both from different status or live life differently, I think as long as you make concessions, then you can find a way to still be happy together. And I'm glad that they found that balance, or at least I like to think that they found that balance at the end and got married. I just wonder if Stella has to come back to take care of Jeff now that he has 2 casts. I mean, can you claim insurance for attempted murder? I don't know about that. But Stella is a great character too, I like her. And yeah, that's about it for now. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.